Ladies and gentlemen, my name is The Wise Man. The following episode of Let Me Book the Territory was recorded prior to the WrestleMania 40 live press conference held in Las Vegas. And now back to your regularly scheduled madness.
And now, your reigning, defending, greatest wrestling podcast of all time. This is Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Featuring A-Dub.
On site, and it's on site.
B.A.
How can the heel heal off on the heel when the heel is healing?
And E-Ray.
No wrestling moves. Just hands. Just hands.
Powered by the Embrace the Turn Up Network. In partnership with the Inaudible Ruckus Podcast.
Welcome to the madness here. Gots to get the vocals right.
Let's do it.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children older than your mothers, brothers, cousins, sisters, nay. This is another episode of Let Me Book the Territory. It is I, E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, the man of 7/8 teeth. American Cream, Brody Loads, a.k.a. him. And I am here with my guys, the fellas, and we are, recapping this wrestling world that just seems to never stop. You thought you was getting a break? You goddamn wrong, nigga. You out your mind. It's crazy. And that's how we kicking off Black History Month. But before we start and get into all the shits, we're going to refer back to shits because I'm talking about my guy, the one that praises CVS like an American Idol. I'm talking about you got to call 1-800 to keep him voted in with the CVS partnership. You know who it is.
It's the Dub Show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your guy A-Dub, the pod god, the pod tribal chief, if you will. No-am Dub, the Heritage Pimp Cup champion. What's up, fellas? What's poppin'? What's good?
Got a Jakar on one arm and a lash on the other. What a legend.
Bar, ooh.
Guys, it's one of those. It's one of those. It's gonna be one of those. But that voice you heard there is none other than the bearded bastard himself. The guy that's just so egregious. He's like, I wear my hair slicked back like Rico Suave. But I only appreciate wrestling from the late 90s. Talk about the other man in the time machine, not BA. Talking about producer Sean. What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much. Another week of hating The Rock, spreading all that negativity. We in the 92 Shawn Michaels bag today, so we full of nothing but hate and deception. That's it.
Good, your hate made you powerful.
Right. This is we're gonna get into that. I think that is we're gonna put a cap on that.
That's the main event.
And we're gonna circle back. Event. You know how they say it when you working from home. Yeah, let's put a pin in that, and we'll circle back.
Triggered.
No,
Triggered.
But absolutely. But I mean, usually, for those who have kids, the sweet stuff has to go at the end of the meal, right? You gotta have the dinner first. Don't touch that juice until you ate that food. But you know what? The parents is out tonight. Kids is out here. We running this shit. So you know what? We starting with dessert. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about NXT Vengeance Day. And what a pay-per-view it was. Please. I don't even know, guys. Where do we want to start with this pay-per-view? Because I was pretty blown away by it. I don't know if y'all share the same sentiment, or y'all was like, am I putting too much sauce on?
You good?
Let me know.
This pay-per-view was phenomenal.
Well sauced. You good?
Phenomenal.
Well sauce. Damn right.
Do we want to talk?
Like
do we want to start with Dijak and Joe Gacy just giving us more violence?
I would say start at the top of the card, but hey, that's just me.
Yeah, I'm a traditionalist. Let's give it how they gave it. I'm with it.
I mean,
first
Dusty
match.
Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Trick and Mello versus Corbin and Braun.
The Wolf Dogs. Get it right.
The Wolf Dogs. I'm sorry, the Wolf Dogs.
So quite a match. Do y'all think they made the right call? The Wolf Dogs are now the Dusty Cup 2024 winners. I don't really know what that means anymore, because it used to mean, like, I don't know, they would have a chance at the main title.
Yeah, they're getting a title shot next week.
I thought Braun got.
No, but it used to be like, I don't know. I thought it was like you win the Dusty Cup and then you have a chance at the regular title.
No,
so
it's always been
whatever.
the NXT tag titles, except for the 1 year the NXT tag titles were on the line during the Dusty Cup.
Okay,
I just remember, my bad. I'm remembering just when Samoa Joe and Finn won it, but then they end up like brutalizing each other, and then that's how that ended. But neither here nor there. Sean, you're full of hate. Tell me why that was the right way to go with the Wolf Dogs instead of Trick and Mello.
well, that told me all it needed to know between that and the leather jacket, what the outcome later in the night was going to be. So that was good. If you're going down that route, which we'll get to later, you don't need to have them win something that is going to further unite them together. Just won't work. So that is the right way to go. Puts Braun and Baron Corbin over a little, because I hate Baron Corbin. This, I liked him, so I'll give it to him. That's my little bit of hate for the match. But overall, I can't hate on this card really at all.
It was a shockingly, and I only say shocking because it's just like, on paper, for me, it's not something that I'm like, oh, this is about to be crazy. But it was a really good match.
Exactly. It was fucking great. That's
We
why
talk
the
about
wrestling
Braun Breaker coming up with new moves to his moveset.
Like almost getting his head ripped off his body.
Well, no, that was crazy.
He almost got
pulled a Tyler
decapitated.
I was
Bate.
more so talking about the back body drop into the neck breaker that he just.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
a
that was
Steiner. What
flipped
do you
out of nowhere.
expect? Dude, just making new fucking moves out
He's
of
been on
nowhere.
NXT for 3
Royce
years, not
and-
coming up with new moves. So I didn't know what to expect at this point.
As a Steiner, I would expect roids and a ridiculous amount of bumbling promos. So that's about as much as you're getting from me. But
Thinking about two.
yeah, good on him. And I think he's on his way up. He won't be in NXT much longer. He's already making the rounds to stand-up comedian Nick Aldis, and I think he's signing with SmackDown. I'm not sure. Well, it depends on how Nick Aldis delivered it. Why you want to sign a contract with Raw? Come on to SmackDown.
Oh shit.
I thought the match was really good though. I did love how, again, they played me, because as much as Sean was like, oh, I know how things are going to end because of this, I felt like it left some things up in the air, because the way it ended, surprisingly, was Mello pushing Trick out the way, catching a crazy spear, but then that also pushed Trick out of the ring, and then he took the pin. That's not really a typical heel move. So I think they did a lot of good elements to like keep us like, we don't know where it's going. But overall, good match. I think the right guys won. I really enjoyed the pairing of Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker.
Surprisingly.
I know, right?
Yeah, didn't think anything would ever get me to like, cheer for Baron Corbin, but
right?
they figured it
The
out.
a-hole section.
But I don't hate him like you do,
section.
Sean. I think Baron Corbin's really good at his job.
Yeah. Burn the ships, baby.
But I didn't I'm not cheering for him because I'm not supposed to.
And they came out on motorcycles somewhere in the underworld.
Taker set up.
The Undertaker was some thumbs up, right? Destruction. Like, okay, I guess. Thank you.
Turn on that.
That was Taker's gift to Braun for taking that tombstone, a chopper.
I mean, what did he gave him 2 then? Because what the hell?
Come on, we know Baron
is?
got one. That's all he do is ride his
he's
motorcycle
rich. Yeah,
and grill meat. Pause.
Whoa.
That's what he does.
Triple fat pause. Moving on. Moving on. Next match on the card.
Dijak versus Joe Gacy.
Violence.
Sheesh. I definitely did not think I was going to like this match.
I didn't either.
I was like, I don't care. But let's give it a momentary moment, and let's talk about the reinvention of Joe Gacy and how it played into this match.
I mean, where do we start? Do we start from him just kind of popping up and doing random things? Or do we start with the get thrown in the dumpster and just smiling about it? Like, there's just so many.
Like Oscar the Grouch.
That sounds like a great idea. And then falls back into the dumpster.
Yeah.
Like,
so good.
Everything they're doing with him is great. Like, do I think they need to change up the ring gear a little bit? Yeah.
Absolutely.
You don't like the black trunks?
Doesn't fit the personality.
Yeah, he needs something. But what would it be? Just like clothes?
I don't know. Like this is
Do
where
you need
you know,
to dress like one of Raven's flock? I think that might actually suit his personality, like a torn up flannel and some what do you call it? I was about to say jeggings, not jeggings. I don't know why fuck jeggings is on my mind.
Joe Gacy and jeggings.
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Joe Gacy dressing like a fucking like Roseanne.
Roseanne Barr. Oh my god.
Oh shit. I'm sorry, Joe Gacy.
Give Joe Gacy a new stable and have them kind of just be at the table like the Connors.
Jorts. That's what I meant.
Jorts. We gonna put that nigga some ripped jorts. Just throw him in some overalls at that point. Fuck it. Have him dressed like a fucking Great Value Wyatt brother or whatever. Wyatt.
Oh shit.
Great Value Wyatt family member.
Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy.
That's awesome. I like that.
I'm not mad at it, but I don't know. Maybe. But okay. So new gear, possibly. Dijak, as was expected, was not losing this match. I could not fathom him taking another L. This is the perfect setup for him to get a win because you need a Dijak. If you're not gonna really execute anything with him, you got to get his random wins sparingly. So this was perfect for me. Yeah, it was a lot of carnage in this match. This thing was
they taped that nigga Dijak's eyes shut.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, this nigga's about to come off with no eyebrows. He about to be surprised for the rest of the week.
Feast your eyes. No, you first.
Right.
This nigga.
Oh my god! I was like, okay, well, that's different. And then he still caught him with the feast your eyes with no eyes. that was some fucking Daredevil shit right there. I appreciate
Justice is blind.
I was like, oh shit.
And so am I.
Oh yeah.
Feast your eyes.
He's just like, he got echolocation. You didn't know that? He just switched powers. He heard Joe Gacy's weird ass breathing.
Oh, there he is.
Got your ass, man.
Echo season 2 starring Dijak. Oh, see what you did there.
Will not be watching Echo season 2, but to each his own. Everybody has a fan base, right?
Come on, could you imagine Dijak walking around blind, walking around Sin City, dealing out justice? Him and Marv.
No. Marv from
Sin. Oh god.
She smelled like roses. Like what? Oh shit! You just put it in my mind. He is a Sin City character.
Yeah, 1000%.
He comes out with the black trench coat and the glasses, and it's black and white.
His name bar
shit,
is like just a black name bar that's like brick with his name is in red. His gimmick is just Sin City. Like
I feel like we talked about this at one point in time. Or was that somebody else? I definitely remember us talking about
I think
Marv.
he just might have just mentioned the movie Sin City to HBK. HBK watched it probably for the first time ever. And was like, you know what? This is some good stuff here.
Can we recast Sin City? Dijak is Marv. Roxanne Perez, clearly Jessica Alba character. Who would be the
blonde chick that Marv like freaked out over? That's definitely Tiffany Stratton.
I was just about to say Tiffany Stratton. Absolutely
sick. Or many of the Tiffany Stratton clones. It doesn't even matter. I mean, I can't tell them
best
apart.
Of the Tiffany Stratton clones.
The original
clone.
I mean, I honestly can't tell them apart. But that's neither here nor there.
It's in there.
I would say, yeah, he's definitely some type of Sin City. Or I was trying to think who would play Bruce Willis' character, that grizzled old veteran cop,
HBK,
shooting dicks off at will, just going
Shawn
crazy.
Michaels, for sure.
Nah, Baron Corbin strikes me as like he's
the grizzled old guy on the roster.
Yeah.
Or what's his name? My man's at the Catch You thing.
Oh, yeah.
Casting sense.
I don't know. I have to think about it now because I got all these random people. Clive Owen's character.
That's what I was thinking
Benicio
about.
del
Like,
Toro.
who was that?
I was thinking about that's Joe Gacy. Benicio del Toro. Hey, you gonna kill me? That shit's great.
Joe Gacy has a floating head with a gun in the middle of
with
checks
the
out.
ultimate throat smile. Oh, I love it. So that means
Mara's Mara's probation officer is Ava, right?
Probation officer.
Remember the chick who got her hand ate off by? Yeah, that was his probation officer.
He ate my hand. That was great. I love Sin City. Fuck that. Let's not talk about Sin City all night. It's too good. Too good. Great match. So much violence and a tale of things to come. Because literally, I don't know how Dijak is able to handle so much violence in like a what? 48-hour period? That true? Somewhere around there. It was 48 to 72 hours. I was sore from benching. I'm sore right now from benching on Saturday. If I got hit with a fucking Mack truck, a table, got my eyeballs glued to my hairline. Yeah, I'd be like, dog,
I need a day off.
I need a night off. He said, nah, fam.
Day off.
Give me the mad drag.
Show up and
like,
punch a nigga in the face.
Facts. True Marv style. Yes.
In true Marv style, I'm gonna let the whole
shit.
world know that your nose is broken. Then I'm gonna punch you in it.
Oh yeah, it was so good. Anywho, next match on the card.
We got
D'Angelo family taking down OTM. Take away from this match. I need more Jada Parker on my television. So
facts.
That's all.
He saw the yams come down in the corner and was like, I need that.
I was like, that's the only part of the match
That's the only part I remember, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Innovation.
Right. Such moves like that. Where did you find this woman? She said, let me set it on you. I was like,
can I get to the yams?
Shut up and me. Yeah. Great job.
So I guess the only takeaway was the yams from that one. Is that it?
Yes.
Well, like 72 hours removed now, I can remember.
Okay.
Tony D is getting like really good at like leading a match. So I can say that. So when his singles run finally starts, I'm excited to see where they go with that because he's getting really good at like leading a match.
Yeah. It was a cool match. Like it wasn't nothing like outstanding, but it definitely wasn't like, ugh, I don't want to watch this. If that makes sense. It could have
been way worse with two guys in there that are extremely green.
Absolutely. and it was entertaining. They hit some spots. I kind of wanted OTM to win, but I figured that wasn't going to happen. So whichever, but still, again, it might be the lowest match on the card.
Sometimes, you take some L's. It's all good. We back on the block the next day. You feel me?
Exactly.
Gotta stay hungry.
Yeah.
Gotta stay hungry.
You know what it is. 5 o'clock in the morning, out here clocking. You feel me?
Number stomach acid. That's it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for one of y'all to say it.
Are you just collecting it? Like, where's Hunico?
Yeah, because we can't eat, man. We got to just sit on the stomach acid. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the Riz. That's how kids talk.
My guy just bust out in some Spanish, and I was like, okay, nigga. That's it. That's all right. All right, nigga.
It wasn't in Bronco that started speaking Spanish. I assumed the nigga named Lucian would speak Spanish.
No, Lucian Thunder Liger does not speak Spanish. I wish he did though, but that's okay. They took a L, but they will be back because Black History Month is not over yet.
That's right.
Just remember that. OTM.
Yeah.
Next match.
Lyra versus Roxanne.
World Championship. Lyra Valkyria, who came in with her champion pants on, versus Roxanne Perez with a late cash-in from Lola Vice, Miss Buenas Noches herself. It got real spicy in there real quick because, them two in there before, it was like some bland seasoning. And then Lola came to spice it up. And this match went from being
Lola Vice,
good to like really good. Like, and I was, yeah.
I needed Booker. Where's Booker T when we need him?
According to Melo, he in the hospital.
Singing that stupid ass song.
Yeah, I was like, people are hating. People been hating on Booker T. I needed him for this card was so hyped. I never want to hear Wade Barrett do any of the faux Booker T things.
That was
I love it because it's so funny.
That was so bad.
It's just so funny. It's so off base and it's DJ so Bad white News. Guy trying to be cool.
Oh my God.
I was like, this is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's right. Here we go.
I wish they would to put a camera on him and see him like bopping to the beat on the 1 and the 3.
Yeah,
that would have been great.
Well, trick. Oh, sorry. Okay. Regardless, this match. Sean, I gotta ask you, how did you feel about this match? I know you're a big fan of the Graps and women's wrestling. How did this?
The wrestling was great. I just not interested in Lyra as a champion at all. It's just boring to me as like a character. The wrestling is phenomenal though. Don't get me wrong, but
I thought I was the only one that felt that way.
No, you're not. She is a boring champion, personality-wise.
Bland as the sand.
Boiled chicken.
Like for as bland as everybody that said that how bland Shayna was, that's how I see Lyra.
Shayna as NXT champion was
People
not
used to
bland
say
to
Shayna
me.
was bland. Like
I was one of them.
You said
I definitely was like bland.
She was not bland
because it just was like the presentation was great. The wrestling matches were just like bland. I was like, I don't care about this. So that was the thing at that point for Lyra. I think it's the opposite.
The exact opposite.
I like her wrestling and I like the matches she has, but her presentation is so blah. I think they try to spice her up a little bit, trying to give her a little like sheen on the cheeks or something like that. Did y'all notice that like she had like a sheer cut pant or something like that? And I was like, that's interesting. That's a choice. But it didn't do anything for like the presentation. I think she has to find like a real character, and she's still searching for that. But that's fine. Again, this is what NXT is for you to like have some of that spotlight. Because the other person in that match, there was once in that same vein, Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne.
She on an upward trajectory, dog. I am enjoying the new Roxanne Perez. It's still not perfect, but it's getting very good. The intention behind everything she does, her intensity. That match was really good. Mm-hmm. And then you add a little Cholula spice, Nick. Nigga. I was like, oh shit, this is about to be crazy. This is about to be trash. They're about to do a quick roll up or some bullshit.
Nope.
And these niggas went on and had a whole nother match.
Fire.
And that match. Fire. If the shit that ended up going after that preceded this didn't happen, this was my match of the night.
Yeah, it was
like
crazy.
It's close. Cause this was fantastic wrestling. Like I was.
When they let Lola Vice
maybe
go,
I'm the only one.
When they let Lola Vice go and do what she's good at, like she's figured out a way to translate her MMA skills to do this shit very well. I was like, this is the best Lola Vice match by a long shot.
Shot. Yeah.
Easily. I mean,
and it wasn't like she was getting better in a style that she was doing. No, she completely switched it up. It's like there was barely any ass shaking. It was just, let me show you how I can work. And I was like, oh, she can work.
That was my only problem. Going in the middle, I'm Latina. I was like, all right, we didn't need that. It was like, you got to figure out something else.
Let's get back to whooping ass.
Another like branded thing. Like, I'm fine with you. Find your thing, babe. Do it. Do your thing. But it ain't that one. But it's cool because it didn't mess up the match for me. It was just like, oh, it was a like call attention to the spot. Mm-hmm. Then they kept it going. And I was like, oh, she hitting it. And the match, again, it was a whole nother match. Lyra and Roxanne had a match. And I thought the match was about to end. And then Cholula Spice came in, Vic, and gave us a whole nother setup, whole nother match. And the shit just kept going. I was fantastically impressed. And then the way it ended, because I was like, oh shit, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna give it to her? I was like, oh no. And then I thought Roxanne earned it. That was the greatest way to like keep her clean in it. It was a very well done match. I speak extremely highly of this, regardless of our feelings about the character of Lyra.
Towards the end of that match, I definitely thought Lola was gonna win it.
It was incredible. I did too, because they kept setting it up, and the kickouts, the suspension of disbelief, it was like, I'm popping every time. Like, it was crazy. And I was like, fuck, I love women's wrestling. That should be, it's like it's undersold. So when it over delivers, you really feel it. Again, just like I felt about the Women's Rumble. I thought this match was fantastic. Super excited, super proud of everybody involved in it. And then, like, because again, Lola Vice has not been great per se, or at least hasn't been set up to be great. It's just like a thing. So when she came in with the contract and all this shit, and then how they ended the shenanigans with what the hell her name is? Yeah, see, I'm like fouling him. I just mix
call
all
her
this
the fan. She's like, she's obsessed. She's the fan.
Swim fan.
There you go.
When Swim Fan came out, and she was, I got it. And I was like, oh shit, she is about to. And then I was like, oh my gosh, they had so many little nuances to that match. That probably was my favorite booked match of the night. Let's say that. Wasn't my favorite match of the night because of everything like crazy, but that was my favorite booked match. I think everything worked brilliantly. Moving on.
Big black nigga.
We knew how this one was going.
Oba!
Ooh. Yeah, I mean,
he ain't dropping that shit.
Swat.
He about to have a title for a long time.
Oh, a minute.
Right, hey, Dragon Lee. Hang it up, fam.
Why? What?
You can go to SmackDown now.
He just lost again. Dragon Lee about to have a world title match. What are you talking about?
Get stronger. Every time I lose, I get stronger.
Dragon Lee's a Super Saiyan.
Title.
He is. He's like the worst Super Saiyan. Just keep getting his ass whipped.
Dragon Lee's definitely challenging Seth Rollins at Elimination Chamber.
Okay. Nah, I don't even
gonna lose to Seth on one leg and then be like, he's now an honorary Grand Slam champion.
He's gonna lose to one-legged Seth, and then he's gonna challenge the winner of the Rumble on the Raw after. The winner of Mania, the Raw after Mania.
Oh my gosh, ridiculous. Yeah, Oba. Okay, here's something to talk about. The match was the match. It was fine. I gotta start with Dub. What did you think about the new presentation for Obafemi?
I love it. Love it. I love everything
Okay.
they're doing with Oba from a presentation standpoint, making him seem like a monster. And the funny part about it is there aren't that many big guys on the roster, so they don't need to overdo it, but they still do, and it makes him seem that much bigger.
Swat a nigga out the air. Shut up.
Like he's
Bear
not
claw.
on a roster with Roman and Gunther and Bronson.
Oh.
It's Ilja, it's Melo, it's Noam, but they're still like, we're committed to making him seem larger than life. I appreciate it. Obafemi is everything they wanted Omos to be.
Ooh.
Bam. Nailed it.
Ooh.
Am I wrong, Wiseman?
Nailed it.
Nah, that just shot me in the chest.
Nailed
I'm just
it.
like, oh God.
And I don't necessarily hate
Are you a
Omos, but
Omos
but I
sapien?
saw the vision, and the vision is Obafemi. Big black nigga.
Yeah,
Out here
'cause
calling himself the ruler.
Omar's got the strength. He just moved like the great Khali, so he can't get shit done inside the ring. Like, it just looks
Yeah, and
really
Obafemi has the
awkward.
strength.
Because he's a real giant. Obafemi is like just a big
big
black nigga. So
exactly.
it works.
Big black
So
nigga.
like, you know, big black people, like ex-NFL players, they can move. So it translates better than finding like a human oddity. Like those people, the bone density, all that stuff doesn't really work in your
Then
favor.
you find out he used to
Like,
do shot put. Like, oh, so you used to spin around in a circle and just launch a huge metal ball. Got it.
Yeah.
Nimble.
D1 shot put
athlete.
at Bama. I'm not. That nigga
Athlete.
slaps you in the jaw. Your shit is going to
Oh, that's what he used to do. I thought he played on.
No.
He played on Alabama.
No,
When they
football.
first said
Roll
Alabama,
Tide.
like everybody assumed he played football.
Yeah.
But no.
Because he's a big
Shot
black
put.
nigga.
track and field.
Shot put.
Wow. Crazy. Look. If I was, never mind. I won't even talk
Terrifying.
about it. We in a climate where you should never misrepresent yourself, Mr. Obafemi. So if you ever happen to go to Alabama and just be very big, and then they happen to win a national championship, and you just say, "Hey, I went to Alabama, roll tide," and then someone want to sleep with you because you think that you.
How many hoes did
You should
Obafemi
never do
get
that,
'cause
okay?
they thought he was on the football team?
Should never do that. Salute.
He just had an Alabama athletic shirt on.
Yeah.
I was down
They
there
like, oh,
cleaning up.
shit.
They was like,
What, Nick Saban? Like, ah! Big black
you
nigga.
wake up on a Saturday morning, like, don't you have to get ready for the game? Oh, I don't have a meet for 3 weeks.
Right.
A
But
meet?
you will. You get some. All right. Enough of that. Easily. I guess I may owe y'all an apology. It's a little too early, but with all the things I'm seeing, I'm actually enjoying with Oba. So far, pretty good. His ability to cut a promo, I'm not mad at it. His presentation has gotten 1,000 times better. He actually does a lot less like the yelling shit. I hate that's how you know a nigga's green in the ring. They just yell to fill time. I
You
hate
should have
that.
watched
Like,
last week's Level Up. Oh, man, let me tell you. A lot of
so
that.
much yelling.
Sound like Solo.
Loud noises. Like, I hate it. Yeah, so that was a pet peeve. He stopped doing a lot of that. It's like it's well placed, it's well timed. And yeah, I think he might be taken to this pretty well. So shout out to him. Shout out to you for making this North American Championship look good. I was wrong.
It's the North
Still.
African American Championship. You have to. It's ours.
I
It's
like
ours.
that. NAA.
Yep, there it is.
There we go. Outside of that, are we on to the main?
Yeah, Goku versus Vegeta.
I'm with it.
Woo. Trick Willie versus Ilja Dragunov. 3?
Yes.
This is 3?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was 2. Damn.
Yeah, because we know he got H-bombed like twice, and it was
The
terrible.
first one was like kind of a squash and like the build up to Mello. The second one was
yeah,
oh,
was a
Makes
real
sense.
match.
Trick,
Okay.
Trick
but then he hit him with about 3 of them things. I was like, oh my God, he's dead. It felt
the second one
bad.
felt like racism.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We went off about that. So this one, part 3,
The N-bomb.
featuring Clubber Lang. Like,
Part
great.
3 was just a Dragon Ball Z fight. Like I've seen those many a time, and them niggas was just gone.
I mean, you're not wrong. This did have a lot of that on the next episode. Like I felt the energy because every time I thought it was over, another turn, another twist,
Another KO kick.
Fucking.
Crazy.
You seen when Matt? Let me say moments when Trick hit the H-bomb. I lost my shit.
What a moment.
When Trick hit the Trick knee. Oh yeah, so good.
It's my shit.
It was a fire ass match.
The fact that they were both busted open very early into that match.
I was getting to that.
It added to it. Obviously, it's not something you plan.
Okay.
But
yes,
it added so much more to that match.
I wanted to ask because that's what I was going to say. As predominantly a PG era kid, essentially. So how did this just ooze with blood all over the mouth of it? Hold on. Screaming blood juice all over his face.
Predominantly PG. PG era didn't start till 2008. I started watching this shit back in, from what I can remember, 2004.
What? Oh wow, 4 years.
From what I can remember, and then I watched a lot of shit from before.
Really?
So I watched a lot of reruns.
I thought about to say actually 97.
Look, when I'm 20 something, 4 to 5 years is a long time. Okay,
he's got a
Granted,
point.
that is 1/5 of your life.
So please excuse me, but yes, seeing this when I have been watching the PG product for quite a while, where they get some color the difficult way is, like you said, added to it. I already thought Ilja was a Dragon Ball Z character. So for this to come in, because I even told my wife, it looks like he doesn't know wrestling is fake. He's like actually out there trying to kill his opponent. And he just makes it too believable, which is one of the best things about his character. So it added to it, and I don't think this can be replicated inside of the WWE product, main roster or NXT. Like, again, Ilja fights or something could be archived. Like, them shits are spectacular.
Look, our guy from the wrestling club said that match, well, not this match, it was a few matches, but he had mentioned the match that Ilja went on to have Tuesday night against Marv, aka Dragon, aka Dijak, and he was like, "This might be the hardest hitting match I've ever seen." And I was like, "Brother, take a look at Ilja versus Gunther for the UK title." That shit. What? 2? I think I'm talking about the first one.
You want the first one they did at NXT UK?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually watched that one. That's how dope it was. I was like, wait a sec. I was like, I don't know nobody else. Fuck this Joe Coffey guy, or whoever these losers are. I need to see this. And I watched it. And I was like, what the fuck? Blew my mind. I was like, oh, this nigga Ilja's ill. Like he took Gunther. I was like, oh shit. That match was crazy. So that's where I have that feeling. So I was like, okay, that was the one for me. But this versus Trick Willie, part 3, then what he went to go on to do 48 to 72 hours later with Dijak. I'm like, this nigga really don't think wrestling's fake.
The sensu bean went right back to work.
I was like, oh, okay. Nigga, Ivan Drago's pocket-sized son, Ilja Drago. Like,
Ilja Drago, that's kind of fire.
Ivan Dragunov. Like, it's one of them. Like, it's crazy. But, the blood, the Trick Williams bleeding out the mouth and just screaming at the audience while he hypes up, and they just yelling, whoop that Trick. Oh my gosh, it was energy was through the roof. I was so excited. He earned his kick out. That's one of the things I always say. It takes black wrestlers so long to earn a kick out. Usually they just get hit with the move and then it's over. He earned his kick outs and he was kicking out at everything. And I'm like, hey, yo, I love that. He got hit with the double H bomb and still kicked out. That shit had me hyped.
Did you think
on a bad leg?
Did you think the Melo turn wasn't coming after he was distraught after hitting Trick in the back of the leg?
No, I knew that shit was coming. What the fuck?
Guys, it's E-Ray here, your friendly neighborhood bad guy. And when I'm not booking the territory or bringing the motherfucking ruckus, you can catch me on my show, Binge Flicks and Chill, where I'll bring my personal outrageous perspective to some of the latest and greatest in television and movies today. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll probably never look at your favorite shows or movies the same again. But tune in and let the binge begin.
I think I didn't know
because I kind of wavered a little bit. Like when he hit Trick in the back leg, I was like, he looked distraught about it. I was like,
yeah,
maybe he's not turning.
You know what? Okay, let me reframe that. Let me rephrase it. I'm sorry. I didn't think the reason why it didn't affect me or I didn't waver is because I didn't know which way I was going to go. I figured, look, maybe there's a chance that Trick confronts him and attacks him because it's his fault that he's fucking up my matches. And then that is the catalyst that gets Carmelo to punch him or something. And then he goes too far and he takes it off. Like, I thought it was going to maybe build that way because it was like, oh, he's just doing some fucked up shit. But he did just take that spear. And I was like, oh, that would be crazy if they turn Trick. That would also be something. But I think the choice was correct, and as we're alluding to, Trick Williams, if you didn't see it, go watch this shit. But Trick took a dive into the knee by Carmelo after the match was over, after a fantastic match, and then proceeded to whip his natural black ass.
That Trick.
And I was like,
Whoop
hell
that
yeah.
Trick.
Sorry, I'm a flip flap. I'm a flim flam. I just be wavering. I fuck with Trick, but I was like, oh, this nigga Mello back. The heel Mello is back, and I am on track. I love it. I was like, oh, it beat the hell out of him, just terribly, and the crowd is just saying, "Fuck you, Mello." I was like, this is so great. That NXT crowd
He might
was
be
on
more
one.
hated
I
than
was
Dom
like,
right now.
Woo! It was incredible, and I loved it. And he loved it. It's like he feeds off of the hate. It was delicious.
What you call it, the heel
like
juice?
You know how Goku. I mean, we're talking about Dragonball Z. You know how Goku puts his hands up. Lend me your energy. He's like, give me your hate.
No,
I need
Mello is Vegeta with the M on him now. He's Majin Vegeta.
Majin,
He gave in to the hate.
Majin Mello. Majin Mello.
There's your cover art.
He embraced the hate.
Majin Mello is sick. Oh, I'm going to put that in. Oh my, this is crazy.
Majin Mello.
Oh my god, the best. On the next time, NXT. Hey there, NXT Warriors.
And now Trick Williams is on Snake Way trying to make his way back after he delivered.
He killed Trick.
What the fuck?
Oh, Trick woke up out the ring with the halo over his head. What the hell's happening?
Ilja is definitely Kid Buu. Showed up to a fighting tournament, not
Facts.
realizing it wasn't real, and was just killing everybody.
He killed everybody.
Oh man, where is Booker T to wish all these niggas back to life?
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh shit. You need to summon the dragon. Oh yeah, man.
Booker T gets the Dragon Balls together, and Dragon Lee appears.
You have to wrestle me and I have to lose for me to grant you. Oh, this will be easy.
Imagine Dragon Lee's theme song just playing as he comes out from
And
the
I'll be
Dragon
walking
Balls.
through the blood. What is your wish, Booker?
Right. Can I have my friends back? Because everybody's dead.
Friends, can you just wish back Lola, Vice, and Vic?
Oh yeah, man. All right. So getting out of Vengeance Day, well, let's just get a grade. That's been what we've been doing. Sean, what would you give NXT Vengeance Day this year?
An A. Not an A+, but an A. It's going to be a solid A. Wasn't perfect, but
Facts.
there's nothing blaringly wrong or that was like not entertaining or shitty that I could call out. Everything from front to back was good. Can't hate it.
Fact. I love it. Dub?
I'm going same grade. I would give it an A. I would give it an A+ if I like Lyra Valkyria's character more, and if Braun almost didn't kill himself. So,
I'm fine with the Braun move, but Lyra, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. AAA. Gotta say it. I was thoroughly entertained. I was like, damn, this shit is so good. And I wasn't even expecting it. I'm just like, all right, I just got home from work. I'm working, doing some shit outside hustling, and then I get home like, I'm not even my significant other getting on my goddamn nerves. I'm like, oh, let me put my headphones in and fucking watch this shit. And then I turn on, I was like, good. Changed my whole mood. I'm happy now. Hey, come here, baby. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. It was great. AAA.
NXT out here fixing relationships.
Saving relationships. Oh my God.
Saving relationships. One bloody big nigga at a time. Great job. So leading out of Vengeance Day into NXT this week, we'll spend less time going over these things, but gotta talk about because of the turn. I think this is probably the second biggest thing on the internet coming out of wrestling.
Something bigger happened? I wasn't aware.
Hey, we'll save it.
I mean,
Loaded in the clip.
don't worry, you'll smell it soon. I couldn't help it. I loved having Carmelo come out with the huge oversized fucking Undertaker leather, the off-white leather, the Scully no shirt with the pendant, the Demon Time pendant, the clock with the horns on it. I was like, oh, this is fire. And he gets his chair, bring a chair out, and just deliver straight to camera promo. And
no, he didn't. No, he sat there and then he said,
that was the fake out.
And the reason they did that was because of the "fuck you, Mello" chants. He left.
Fuck you, Mello.
And the producers literally came out and said, hey, we'll have to cut the show if you guys don't stop saying "fuck you, Mello."
Wow.
Yeah.
Got that bad. Network was gonna cut it. You can't do that shit.
Yeah. So
damn.
So then
that's some heat.
I'm pretty sure they probably had to cut something.
Oh yeah, Dad.
They probably had to cut something out of the show to have Mello come back out and deliver a promo.
Perfect.
I am not mad at it. That crowd be on one, and it was great. Fuck you, Mello.
They were upset.
Fuck you. I was like, yeah, they were going crazy. I'm like,
by the end of the night, they were chanting, Mello, trip coming for you. Mello. I'm like,
yep.
Who are these rhythmic niggas in this crowd?
You don't see them having church fucking anthems over there in the back and shit like that? Like,
yeah.
That shit is hilarious, bro. You know, they got the
Drew
just
Dog
group
of niggas. That's they shit they
whoop that ass. Like, bro, that shit is hilarious.
Niggas be on it. So Rhythm Nation aside, this nigga came back out and was like, gave a scathing thing about everything. And he was like, yeah, I did that shit. I beat that nigga up. And you know what?
Do it again.
It's because you thought you was better than me. You thought you was the guy. You thought I was second fiddle. Nigga, I'm him. You are my hype man. And that's what it is. And that's all you're ever gonna be.
Bars.
I was like,
Bars.
Don DeMarco. Crazy.
Said
he smoked
you
that
thought
shit.
you was doing something, and now you laid up in a hospital next to Booker T.
Crazy.
Jesus.
Sean, You got the Michaels energy. Rate this promo via the guy.
This, as far as intensity and the bars that were delivered, this is a solid 9. The only reason I can't go with 10 is because there was no fire personal shots. You got to have those fire personal shots to have that great heel promo. But
I mean, him telling him he's a hype man and taking his line and remixing it.
Nah, that's just sunning him. That was fire. Don't get me wrong, fire. That's why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give that shit a 9.
Okay.
If he would have had some personal shots in there, make.
What personal shot? Come on, with something right now on the spot.
That ain't me. I ain't cutting no promo like that.
No, I ain't gonna diss that. But that nigga might come to my house.
Nah, I'm good. I ain't got nothing to say bad about old Trick
Willie.
Willie.
All of a sudden here, whoop that Trick. What the hell? Oh Lord, it's coming.
I'm not hating on Trick Willie. They're not a Ricochet situation here. We're good. We are good. We are
Would have
good.
been something like Melo telling him how he's gonna fail at this the way he failed at basketball or something like that. Like, is that the personal we going?
I mean, you could get more into it. I don't know his personal life like that. Melo knows more than me, so
yeah, that's why I thought this promo was so good, because I was like, I don't really know anything about it, and I just like the fact that he's like, look, as a true narcissist, I don't care. Dog. You were supposed to do this. It's your fault.
You didn't play your role.
You should have went for the North American. You got too big for your britches.
And I had to put you down.
And then the crowd was singing, whoop that Trick. Nigga, I don't care about that shit. Like, he just started talking some shit. I was like, oh, I like this. And then he put him in his place. I thought that was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And then, Ilja, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna whip your ass too. I thought it was so good all around. And as we alluded to, then they did do like a couple rehashes. So then we got Roxanne Perez versus Lola Spice. In a singles match. I really enjoyed that as well. Did not think I would, but I was like, all right, nigga, keep it going. I'm fucking with it.
Is like, she's figuring out in real time. Her and Obafemi, they're figuring out in real time, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, with not only that, but also with other people that are kind of doing the same. Because Roxanne Perez is working, and it's her character work is working in the ring. Before, she was always a good wrestler, but she was the prodigy. But now she's understanding how to come across the same character that she's being able to display outside the ring, bring it in the ring, and that's making people care more. So I think they did an excellent job there. Just shit is good. So of course they ended the night with just pure anarchy, being that we had straight up beat down fest part 2 with Dijak going to Dragon off like, what up, nigga? You ever been socked in the nose? What did my fist say to your face? I was like, wait, this ain't just socked him.
It was great because Dijak came out and said, don't worry about Melo and Trick, worry about me. And then Ilja was like, yeah, no, I'll get back to you. But Ilja, but Trick, Melo, what's up? And Dijak was like, no. I said, don't worry about them.
He stole him. And I was crying. I was like, this nigga just stole him out of nowhere. And then they just had this crazy, fucking brutal ass, hard hitting match that was great. And I was like, there's nothing else to say about that. I love that. But I need to know. We've said this a few times, but I feel like only now is it really, really a possibility. Is NXT restoring the feeling?
Close.
Close. Dub says close.
I think they're still missing that super tag division that we've all loved for so long, but they're getting there. They're close.
They might get it out the mud.
Basically.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Pretty much the same. They're close. They got a couple pieces. They need to better, more tag teams that are just better and more established, in my opinion. They got some ones in the back that do like segments and promos and shit like that.
Well, funny you say that. The reason why I asked are they restoring the feeling is not only because it's not about the name talent. It's just about the stories being told and the quality of matches that are being had. NXT opened with Inoue and Blade going against Axiom and Nathan Frazier, and they fucking smoked that
Another
shit.
Dragonball Z fight.
I was like, Malik the Freak chants were going nuts. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Axiom don't have bad matches. Nathan Frazier is a DC character. Inoue's jacked.
I mean,
They got all the ass.
Malik finally put
They
it
got all the
together. He
aspects.
finally got rid. He stepped in that machine. He stopped being Steve Urkel, and now he's Stefan RKO. Okay, Malik the Freak. Malik the Freak. Like them niggas are some rhythmic niggas.
they got it. They got it. Kudos to those guys for just
Fantastic,
like playing the role in the back and doing the funny segments. They did the thirsty shit when Toxic Attraction was still around, just waiting for their spot.
Loved it.
And it's looking like
Original Swirl
Yeah.
Bros.
it's looking like they neophytes. We the originals over here.
Knucklehead.
Knucklehead and Malik the Freak
Right.
Oh shit!
had them niggas online.
As they chapping. Right. Showtime. Stomp the Yard featuring Malik the Freak, a no fame, and then BA and Dub being there. Oh my God.
Sign me up.
Extra
Pump the Yard
grade.
3.
Anyway.
I'm in.
Yeah.
But like they were waiting for their spot, and they got a hell of a spot. Like two guys that can just work with them and do anything that those guys want to do. Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Like you said, Axiom don't have bad matches. Today's mathematics is that Axiom don't have bad matches.
I'm with it.
With the mathematics, brother.
Yeah, so NXT, that might have been the greatest total NXT that we've had in, I don't know, like 2 years, 3 years. So again, I got nothing bad to say about it. I love to see what's happening. And we're probably going to get some call-ups because it's looking like Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes are on their way out. So they're probably going to do their last kind of bids before they out of here come stand and deliver.
You think Braun makes it all the way to stand and deliver? Because he got contracts in hand
I'm
right
not
now.
sure. But he has to have the match. When did they have a match?
Ooh,
Wolf Dogs. Wolf Dogs got to have that match, dog.
what, their tag team title match? That's next week.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
He's gone.
He ain't making
Next.
it to stand and deliver.
I was gonna say, like, no, not a chance. But
He's like, but what about our tag team title match? You ain't got to worry about it, bitch. You go. He's like, all right, well.
I mean,
here's
I
that.
wouldn't be mad if they lost that match and then gave Braun a send off at Roadblock against Baron Corbin.
I don't want to see that. I like them together.
I mean, I do
Just a
too.
good-
But
just give him a
if
good send-off.
if you're breaking up the
Yeah.
tag team, turn Corbin heel again.
Corbin is still kind of heel. They're both kind of like dickhead heels. They're fun, but I think what you would do is because Baron Corbin probably not long for NXT anymore anyway. So I think you can kind of probably bring them up together. But I don't know if they're going to be smart enough to do that. I think they're going to be like, oh, this Braun character now is working better. So I think they can bring him up solo without having any of the Baron Corbin on them. But if and when Baron Corbin comes back up, I think then they have your little interaction and you can start something there. But breaking case of emergency, because it does work for them, for whatever reason, them two work. Moving out of that.
Before we get off of NXT, let me ask you guys this one question. Have you seen the
Ask
cryptic
away, brother.
promo video thing that they're showing.
Yes. What horror movie are they planning? And when? Give it to me.
Julia
Julia Hart?
What?
from Japan, Stardom. Julia? No.
Oh. I'm like, Julia Hart? I don't know what.
That could be it. I was also thinking Okada.
It's not Okada.
You don't think it's Okada?
No, it's Julia. For sure. For sure.
Julia being some type of scary
No,
person?
she's not scary.
Those promos are very scary.
I don't know if they're repackaging
And I love
her
horror.
or like giving
like,
her like a spooky gimmick or something like that, but
Am I off base in saying that? Because it feels like very
Feels
eerie,
eerie.
evil.
It feels
They're
eerie.
terrifying.
yeah,
They're
it feels
terrifying.
eerie and terrifying. So no, I don't know if they're repackaging her or what, because I can't think of anybody else that they would sign from over there or that would have anything to do with that, or even anybody that would sign right now that has that gimmick. Can you think of anybody?
Abaddon, the living dead girl. I don't know. That would be
I like
crazy.
it.
But
Sign me up.
yeah, I mean that would be perfect for NXT and Halloween Havoc, but nah.
So the only reason I say Okada, and I mean it's the same thing with Julie and Sean, is because that phrase that they're putting on the screen
Contracts up.
is an old like Japanese phrase.
What phrase?
A man has three faces: the face his family sees, the face
Everyone sees,
his
and the
enemy
face no one
sees, and the face
Yeah.
that he truly is.
Did I miss all of this? I don't remember that. I might have blacked out. I might have just exploded out of my brain from all this crazy aggressive graps. And I was like, oh, what? I just think some shit like, oh, scary time, and it just came across the
Well, I
screen.
mean,
like,
I
oh,
understand.
shit.
You were looking through the Chase U calendar and just looking up at NXT. Totally get it. Like,
It's like, why is Tiffany Stratton got 5 months on here? Those are completely
what
different
is going
women.
on?
Here.
Is that Fallon Henley again? Why is my Jergens bottle
I
empty?
couldn't tell.
I totally understand. Yeah, I know what you're going through. I get it.
Dub loves that oat milk. It's crazy.
Jesus.
Moving along. Let's get to the main roster shenanigans and all the stir up, the hubbub. I don't know where we start except for Bailey choosing Io.
Pretty straightforward there.
Yeah,
It was a great promo from Bailey. It's sad that
her hitting the Japanese.
Yeah, it's sad that gets buried in everything else that happened, but they cut the
what
promo on the
happened
back
when
of them, gossiping like little girls in Japanese, and Bailey's sitting there like, oh, I lost my friends. She comes out, cuts this promo, and you're like, she gonna choose Rhea? And then, nope.
Yeah.
She looks over like, yeah, maybe I just choose you.
Or maybe I go a different way. And when you're friends, it's supposed to be your
Stares
friends.
at him and shit.
But them niggas ain't real niggas.
And then she busts out that
They maybe
Japanese,
gotta
and you're like,
speak
oh,
gotta speak some Japanese in their face.
oh shit, Bailey
I was
knows
like,
Japanese. She knows they've been talking shit about her for 5 months. Oh no.
Oh, I love that. I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
great.
oh. It was the same. Like that moment is the moment I've always wanted to have when like me and my girl go to the nail salon. And they have I always wanted to be like, have those headphones in and automatically do real time
Translations.
translation. Like, I heard everything you said. That would be the craziest shit. They just talking mad shit. Oh, his feet are so dirty. Like, it'd be crazy. I always wanted that. Thank you, Bailey, for living my life. You had the greatest moment. No, did you see the shock on their face? Like,
Oh yeah.
oh, I picked that up for how much shit y'all been talking about me and laugh. And I was like, yeah. And then she pulled out a fucking pipe and started beating. Come on, man. Are we excited for Io versus Bailey
So fucking lootly.
and the return of face Bailey?
Belt them
face.
cheeks up. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Please. I'm here for it.
Love it. Yeah, I'm a fan. With that said, though, speaking on the other end, what does that do for Rhea? And Sean, is your worst nightmare going to come true?
is what? Don't,
I mean,
I don't know. I
Clearly.
don't. Okay, no. So I
Clearly,
don't even want. Okay,
Bailey
no. I don't even want. No. I don't want it to
Gotta put it
happen.
into the universe.
I don't
It
want it to
happened.
happen. I don't want it to happen.
Mhm.
But she has been improving, in my opinion, over these last few weeks. So if it happens to happen, I'm fine with it. Okay, it is what it is. Fuck it. Let her get her title run out, and someone take that shit off of her in like 3 months. Whatever.
Are we talking about Rhea Becky? Is that what he's talking about? Or are we talking about Nia Jax?
Nia Jax.
oh no, that's not what. Yeah, you went a completely different way. Your worst nightmare is another Becky Lynch.
Oh,
title
that's
run.
even worse. I'm not even contemplating that. Don't even put that in the air. That's not.
I like that on my
That's
mind.
not even a reality.
Because that's
to
what I
me.
think is that's what I think is happening.
No.
Yes, that's
no,
exactly.
No.
He can't even fathom it. No.
I deny him.
No.
Absolutely not. No. No, that's
Because
not happening.
they cut the promo with Becky talking about, I gotta find another way to get to Mania. She's the first woman to get a spot in that women's elimination chamber match.
She's doing the Kevin Owens.
Yeah, no, it's definitely Becky. And Becky was the one that cut that promo against Rhea and say, you might be better than me. I gotta prove it. Like, it's all there. It's all there. Rhea's getting Nia Jax out of the way at the chamber.
Yep. Look
And
at
like-
Sean's face.
And with Roman
he's
Roman not
disgusted.
being there, Rhea might main event that card against Nia Jax.
It's hilariously crazy. Look, Sean is stressed. This man got kids and he ain't look distressed. He really got victimized. Like his brain put it out.
Look,
Nope.
man.
Nope. What I want to talk about.
Look.
Nope. I don't. He couldn't even think about that. He came up with a completely different, plausible and feasible scenario to go from what made so much sense. Like we're gonna have to sit him down with Mariska Hargitay and all the cast of SVU because things happened and I don't feel like I am equipped to handle the conversation that needs to be had. John just can't.
Becky having another title run is so much of his nightmare, he couldn't process it in his brain of it being his nightmare. He came up with a new nightmare.
Look.
Yeah, he was like, she's gotten better over the couple. I was like,
Look.
Yeah, that's what I got confused. I was like, I thought he didn't want Becky to have another one, but he's talking about getting better. I'm
like I said, I'm not even gonna put
Becky's
that in
the
the air.
best,
Look,
huh?
I was so thoroughly pleased when I got to see her drop that fucking belt to Bianca Belair at Mania. Finally done with that
We all
fucking
were.
title run. I don't want to see her pick up another belt for quite a minute.
but I did enjoy her title run and in her NXT run. I enjoy Becky Lynch. I am a Becky Lynch fan. I love the man. The man character is really good. I think it's better than Big Time Bex. I never was a fan of Big Time Bex.
This doesn't feel like the original man though. The man was. I feel like that was like Hollywood Rock. Like you're getting that once, and once that's done, it's gone.
Well, I mean, as we'll talk about it. It's
just a bad.
It's
bad
electrifying,
example,
but it's like lightning in a bottle.
It's lightning in a bottle.
You only
get
get
it
it
once. Once it's gone, good fucking luck. And I feel like she's trying to capture lightning in a bottle again. And I know wrestling is fabricated, but I can't suspend my disbelief. Like it just everything's just forced.
So,
I'm good.
Let me pose this really quickly, and then we can move on. I think, and follow me here. When the moment happens initially, I think a lot of our favorite wrestlers are struggling to find like a character. But when they get that character, the original run is what solidifies us and makes us love it. But everything they do after that is just essentially a variation of that character that they struck.
Mm-hmm.
You could say the same thing about Randy Orton. You say the same thing about John Cena. You say the same thing, like pretty much everybody but Chris Jericho, who just decides to reinvent himself every other before the AEW shit. But he is one of those people who is like, I'm just gonna recreate a whole nother nigga every couple years.
Yeah, that is Jericho.
But outside of that, once you hit, you're like, oh, okay. I'm like, as you're building up the excitement for this character, it's just about, you know, figuring out what's working and using that momentum. After that, you're just playing the hits. So again, when the man comes in town, yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about? Yeah, acknowledge me. All these things are now years off of when they originally worked, but they still work because they work, if that makes sense. So to me, it's no different than anything else. I guess that's what I'm missing.
No, but the only reason, because, and I'll make it quick, is Becky Lynch changed from the man into something completely different. And then it's
Big Time Bex?
You said yes, into Big Time Bex.
Okay.
Took time off because she had children or a child, all that stuff. And now she's trying to do it again. When Cena was active, Cena didn't take long times off. Cena was Cena from whenever. Randy was always a fucking heel ass, bitch ass nigga throughout most of his run. Like Stone Cold was always Stone Cold after the neck break into even damn near now. So it's like some of those people, yes, you know, they're playing the hits, but other people, that is them. Like, that's it. When I see Becky Lynch on my screen, she's not that same Big Time Bex. That's all. Or that same the man. She's not that same the man.
Yeah. And I think it's now become like they start to blend the characters. And I think she's just in a more elevated or escalated pathway because she's in the woman's realm. Because in the women's realm, what other like huge, super large characters do you have besides Bayley, who went from one to the other? And even her like Karen character has evolved over time, and now it's starting to roll right back around to a more positive version of the heel Bayley. It's not just all a big hugger anymore, but she's, you know what I mean? And Bianca's ever evolving, because Bianca, she came in, I was like, I'm not objectifying myself. I ain't doing none of that bullshit. You see them outfits getting a little cooler, a little doper. I'm like, shout out, respectfully. But I see it.
But Sean, I also think you're missing the point of Becky's evolution as a character. Like, the man kind of came about as this anti-hero to the Charlotte and Ronda story that they were telling. And then as it grew and as she kind of kept that title, she sounded like the biggest women's deal ever. At that point, you can't be an anti-hero. You are the establishment at that point.
Yeah.
So that's where the Big Time Bex comes from. I'm top,
and it was
top
like
of top
mocking
of top. Yeah.
Conor McGregor.
And that's why the
Or
perfect foil of that
Conor.
was the meteoric rise of Bianca Belair. To like, I'm the strongest, the roughest, the toughest to this establishment, and I'm going to beat you. And then she takes a few months off after that, comes back, and she's back to being the man. Like, but has to still climb that ladder again.
And let's not act like the man didn't also spawn the greatest Seth Rollins there is, because they are the same people. I love it. Like, the man evolving into Big Time Bex evolved into the Seth Rollins character. So when she took off, he became her. Like,
when it
I
became
love
Fashion
it,
Wars, you're like,
yeah, I was like, I fucks with it. But neither here nor there. I think that's what's going down. But that was a good discussion just about character. I think that's dope. Moving out of that, yeah, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how we do this. Friday, from Friday that leaked into Monday, over the weekend, all the shits, all the shenanigans you've ever heard. You smelt it coming from a mile away, and now the stench has just permeated.
Can we leave with love? Can we leave with love? Can we leave with love?
Yeah.
So, Roman's promo to start this whole thing.
Yes, Friday night. Well, actually, let's go back. From Monday.
Promo love?
I mean, I loved it.
That nigga was,
he loved the hate. He loved the hate.
Shit. I mean, I'm just saying.
So
no love lost, I guess.
Yeah, we recall Monday prior that Seth Rollins challenged Cody Rhodes.
Came a pick me, as the internet called him.
Pick
me.
Seth called out Cody and was like, "Do this for your daddy. This is the championship that you really want to go for. You don't want to go for that part-time ass, Hollywood Hogan ass. Like this thing was going crazy." And I loved it. The internet did not really love it, but I did. It was very split. But Friday, show opens, Roman comes out, Wise Man comes out, and he's like, "Give me that microphone. Let me tell you something.
Let me talk to you.
Let me tell you something. Talk about my schedule." And he proceeded to give the most scathing promo of Seth Rollins and Sheena that I have ever heard. And it leads me to believe Roman and Seth are just beefing with each other. Like they don't care about anybody else, low key. And I love it because they are at the top of the industry. And facts
don't
is
you
facts.
have that title as a
But,
consolation prize? Cause I beat everybody?
He
worked less than you.
Give us some
As a matter
highlights.
of
Give
fact,
us some
I work
highlights of
10
this
times
promo.
less than you, and I make 10 times more. Let me ask y'all, do y'all want Seth Rollins money? Or do y'all want Tribal Chief money? I was like, yo.
No,
Like,
he
that nigga
said,
Seth struck a nerve.
Like any validity he had in his statements to Seth to make it seem like Cody should fight for that title, Roman just came through and shot all that shit in the head.
Seth struck a nerve.
came through, crushed the building.
Oh my god.
He crushed the. He literally came in and was like, "Oh, the workhorse champion." Like, wasn't when you was trying to carry that show, you broke your back.
Workhorse walk like this?
I was like, this nigga's going crazy.
Seth struck a nerve.
Don DeMarco.
And that was clearly Roman's last fucking nerve. He is so sick of people talking. I hear you, Roman.
And-
I ain't trying to work more. I get it.
But it's the thing that always happens. If you haven't noticed, this is the trend, which I love how the wrestling world revolves. Because once upon a time, it was John Cena calling out The Rock. You're a part-timer. You don't even be here. How could the people love you? I've been here doing it. And then him and The Rock had their feud. And then guess what? Hollywood noticed, oh, you know what? We can get another somewhat Rock guy, but he's white. And he's pretty funny too. Let's give him a couple roles, see what happens. Hollywood came a call. And guess what? He was like, you know what? This part-time thing, this wrestling every once in a while thing ain't so
John
bad.
said they paying me how much to do 4 months of work? And I get to stay home the rest of the year? Shit.
Big bet. I could do voiceovers for fucking
Every commercial?
Honda Civic and Progressive.
At Honda. Come see what we'll do next.
Right.
All right. Checks in the
Once
mail.
upon a time, we drove. Right. We drove for cars. They said we couldn't do planes. You can't see me anymore. Oh, okay. Whatever.
Bounty. The
shit just
quicker
keeps happening,
picker-upper.
right?
All right, John, you're all wrapped. I don't have to fall off a ladder? No. Why?
Right. I gotta hurt my spine.
I don't have to pick
okay,
up any
cool.
400 pounders? No, John. No, you're done.
Bet.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah.
So what do we do now?
Just-
Press conference? Press run? No, commercial's over.
Just go home, John.
Go do some more work if you like. Go play in a Transformers movie. And then again, go have your own DC series on HBO Max. Shout out to Peacemaker.
So then they're going to keep me busy for the
Fantastic.
rest of the year, right? No, John, you're probably going to work for 2 months doing that. And then what? Then you can go
Whatever
home.
you want,
Whatever.
John.
So the Hollywood bug caught John, and John caught up to the pace of like not necessarily The Rock, but he out here working. He doing it a different way, but he making his
close.
money. So now he's
and then
gone.
they called him back.
And then
he was like, Roman was like, why are you still here? And John had to tell him, I'm still here because you can't do your job. And then Roman figured out how to do his job. And John was
he took that personally.
Oh, okay, I'm out.
Right. He took that personally. And then Roman was like, you know what? I got to figure this shit out. And what better way than, to film a movie with his cousin. And, he's like, oh, the bug kind of got me. I like not doing this. But I can hold the title. I've seen Brock Lesnar. I've seen how he do it. So he started freestyling. He like the hybrid. He started doing shit that other niggas ain't even did. If I take a little bit of the Brock, I'll take a little bit of the Brock, take a little bit of the Rock, take some of this John Cena. What do you got? 3 years of championship reign with 5 matches, nigga. What's good?
Millions of dollars.
And I wrestled 5 times this year. Sometimes I don't even show up. Shout out to my nigga Brock, who's no longer in the history of WWE.
Oh my God.
For some reason, that nigga vanished. He's disappeared.
And I don't gotta finish my own matches?
But I guess
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what's going on because I'm just alone on my island.
3 spears, and I can just get to walk around talking
just wait
shit.
for Solo to go thumb a nigga in the throat. Oh yeah, I take that.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Free, aka Free Illuminati, aka Young Freezer Burner, aka the Black Peter Parker, aka Poon Knight. And I want y'all to check out Blurs in the Trap, the new podcast with myself and my boy Dr. Jones, dropping in the Anotherverse every Monday. Come check us out. Get all your daily Blur content, nerd culture from a Black perspective. We got other pods doing it out there that we support, and we wanted to add a little bit of our own flavor to the mix. So check us out every Mondays in the Anotherverse. Peace.
And so then here we are again with part-time scheduling and it getting to people. And yeah, WWE had to make a new championship because they wanted some to contrast Roman winning all the belts. So there we go. And we got it. So now that we got it, Seth Rollins has spent over a year or just under a year?
Mm-hmm.
Just under a year wrestling as much as he possibly can, a la John Cena Open US Challenge mode.
Didn't you break your back carrying his company? That's how he did.
Doing his damnedest to make that title relevant and make it have incredible lineage, all for Roman to shit on it and take everything away that he's tried to accomplish in a 3-minute promo.
That belt looks like shit now. I'm not gonna lie.
Sheena.
Took all the shine off of Sheena.
The
Does the workhorse walk like
rocking.
this?
I'm still rocking. I can't be swayed. I'm gonna have them both, but let's get to it.
Internet. Cody might have them both by SummerSlam too.
I'm not listening to that shit.
That would be crazy. The Omega Universal Intercontinental
He's just the
smashing everything.
Champion. Like Universal and World Heavyweight, too much to say together. So Samantha just says, Cody Rhodes, you're Whoa champion.
And she gotta get that arm out.
Oh yeah.
Gotta power up to say that shit. Championship. So that happened, and then of course Cody Rhodes said, "You know what?
Adrenaline in my soul.
Fuck all that. We need to talk." And I'm telling you right now, Seth made a great offer, but I gotta whip your ass for that belt. I want that belt better than anything. I want that belt so much my dick hard. He poured an iced tea. He went crazy. He's like, "Oh, I wanted to take that title off you so bad. My dick's hard." I was like, "Wow, Cody, relax, bro."
Cody did say, "I had you beat more than anybody ever had you beat," and I was like, "Whoa, pause, Cody."
I mean, between that and that Ilja Dragunov pin, I don't know. Oh, okay, this This is homoerotic.
He's a vampire, so it makes sense. He's definitely a Blade 4 villain.
Hey.
Can you imagine catching an H-bomb and then niggas like just turn you to a vampire, hitting you with the teeth, pause?
I can't imagine. No, I blacked that out of my mind. Everything you just said, I ain't hear. But we got Cody Rhodes in the ring. He tells Roman, I need to finish my story. And finishing the story isn't beating you at Mania or winning that belt. It's taking everything from you. And he said, I had some counsel. I've talked to everybody. But you know what? One person I talked to in particular was boom. If you smell boom. What the Rock? And the Rock came out.
Hate that.
Dwayne strutted out, juiced up, sweating like a hooker in church. He had the goosebumps. You see that big ass beige arm, Samoan arm, chiseled, goosebumps all over it. Can't even lie. I popped for that moment.
1000%.
I can't help it.
1000%.
I'm predisposed. The Rock is one of the biggest wrestling icons there is. And I just can't help it. He got me. It's like a toxic relationship.
I will say, like, if this SmackDown was in LA or like at the Garden, I probably wouldn't have been as surprised. But to get The Rock to show up to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to me, that's a shocker. I don't care what anybody says.
So Obafemi would be there like, yeah, I play football. Nope, not him.
Yeah, like, if
Rock,
Cody gave
nigga.
the spot to Obafemi, that would have been less surprising than The Rock showing up to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Like, and I'm just keeping it a buck here. But yeah, like,
Fact.
The child in me and the guy who always wanted to see this Rock and Roman match, like, it was a pop. I was like, oh, this is great. Even though in my mind, I'm thinking, I really want Cody to finish this fucking story.
Right.
Just, I was like, oh shit, this. And he stood there, they got the face to face, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this feels huge. This feels like something.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is the showcase of the Immortals. If there's one thing you can call The Rock and this current version of Roman is the Immortals.
I agree. It's a built-in story. I just feel the one thing that I think Sean will ultimately agree with, and I'll let you speak for yourself, but it feels like a year too late. And this isn't the time to do it. It's like, we don't need no pizza. We got food there. Sean, your opinion of when The Rock came out.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute my microphone now and let him get his shit.
Yeah, I was like, how far did you launch your youngest child?
I wanted to kick my wife's cat.
I'll pick you up.
Bro, I was disgusted. I did not like anything about it. As Cody was coming down to the ring, I was just sitting on the edge of my seat like, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. And as soon as he started talking to someone else, I said, oh, they fucked this up. And this bald-headed ass fucking goddamn fist throwing up too much guitar in his fucking entrance music nigga comes out and just completely blows away everything I wanted for my fucking WrestleMania main event. And god damn it, I do not want Dwayne anywhere near Mania wrestling, please. But it's not technically official yet, so can't really act like it's solidified, but fuck, man.
So speaking to that, this is how SmackDown ended. It ended in that manner. So when SmackDown goes off with the stare down of the Immortals, the end of the WWE universe awoke, and it felt like I hate to say this, but I don't fucking care because it's true. It felt like mad MAGA energy went run wild on all of us because nigga was like, "Oh, make America Cody again!" And shit was crazy because ever since that Friday, that the post that they put on WWE Network or on the YouTube got 200,000 dislikes. It's now up to 500,000 dislikes. It's the most disliked post on the WWE YouTube. Since then, The Rock has posted a few things, and his mentions are filled with "We want Cody." "We want Cody" as a hashtag has been trending worldwide for almost the last week. And it has also, again, because big MAGA energy, has also spawned a divide of now "We want Rocky." So it's the "We want Rocky" counter information to "We want Cody." Very much Black Lives Matter, all lives matter shit is going on in our wrestling. So with that said, the WWE universe has kind of made a split where WWE is listening. They put out a statement. WWE is still considering blah, 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 blah. Cody has not said anything definitively, and The Rock, they haven't booked anything definitively just yet. So with that said, the electricity in the building, after that, I felt like, oh man, I don't like that Cody was like, that doesn't make sense. So the logic started to set in. It was like post-nut clarity. Sorry, The Rock got it out of me. Oh God! And then after that, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have drove to her house 5 states away at 11 o'clock.
hours.
Like, yeah. Maybe I should have rethought this. I ain't got no gas tank. I ain't got no money in my pocket. But I needed that thing. So we get to the carryover Monday, and we're waiting with bated breath. Gentlemen, can we give the biggest kudos to somebody who's doing the Lord's work on the low? Drew McIntyre. Talk about God tier level
Condescending
hater.
Drew is my new favorite Drew. The year of the hater.
I need that shirt. I need that shirt. Put that. What's my guy's name? Grant Gustin t-shirt with him pointing at the grave, and Drew has pasted his face on it. Shout out to the cover art.
Photoshop.
Because Photoshop, something we dabble in weekly. Good job, Drew. I need that shirt. That's merch that I should also steal and put into Let Me Book shop.com. But yeah, Drew pointing at a grave, and the gravestone says CM Punk's WrestleMania 23 2024 dreams.
$33 right now.
I need it. I'm confident. But with that said, Drew became the proxy of the WWE universe, saying everything that we as fans and the voice of the fans wanted to say to the WWE universe. I thought that was intelligent usage of Drew McIntyre to both get him over more with the fans as a hater and as a great character, as well as let the fans know it's not solidified yet. Let's use your reasoning and your logic, which you're right, to talk about. Sean, tell me how you felt in that segment. Did they execute it right to your liking, or too little too late?
For the Drew McIntyre stuff, that was great. Like you said, this is some of the best Drew that we've seen. During the beginning, he was a little more of like a bitch, just going about everything really soft and whiny. Now they've kind of flipped it into him being an asshole and just condescending and all that.
Good
so
stuff.
Perfect timing, I would say. He might just get himself into a nice match at WrestleMania with that gimmick.
Oh, it's happening. Dub. Thoughts?
So it's very interesting because like some of the plans that, you know, have quote unquote leaked out was that triple threat of Drew, Cody, and Seth, with Rock Roman obviously being night 2 before the internet exploded on Friday night. That being said, Drew has earned his way into that match. However else they want to finish it up, it's great. That promo that Sammy cut in the middle of Raw in the empty arena, I wouldn't mind them putting Sammy into that spot with Sammy, Drew, and Seth.
That's the thing. That's almost guaranteed a thing. So it's gonna be one of two ways. Either Sammy and Drew are going against Seth, and then Damian cashes in on them, whoever. Or it's going to be Seth versus Sammy solo. Because I predict he's gonna try to talk some sense into Cody and because if you recall, that was him. Before he left, he was yelling at Cody, telling him to finish his story because I got to finish mine.
So in your scenarios, you're assuming that WWE is going to pivot.
Yes.
Okay. And guys, let me preface this out right now to everybody listening. We record on Wednesday nights, so we have no clue what's happening in that press conference as it has not happened while we were recording.
Yeah. So we're booking that right now. And to your point, before we get to the booking of it per se, just have to further elaborate. Monday, we seen a lot. It was Sami Zayn empty arena promo, just like this intensity about himself and him desiring to be a champion. And I thought that was incredible. That's great. Use that momentum to not just settle. And I think he's going to be the next Sheena Holder. I think it just works for him. Workhorse, energy, everything. But we had, again, Drew McIntyre being the proxy or the voice of the WWE Universe, and him telling you, look, everything was set up. I did all this for you. I took out CM Punk, so you can go finish your story, and then I can go ahead and beat Seth for the championship. And Seth looked at him like, I beat you like 3 times. He's like, you sound like a hypocrite because Cody beat you 3 times. What the hell you gotta fight him for? And I'm like, that is true. And of course, Seth responded with the obligatory, I gotta beat him. I gotta beat the best to know I'm the best. And he was like, oh, nigga, I'll give you a headbutt. Shut up. And that was that. So again, Cody gave us nothing. He sounds like he's confused. I like where they're going with that. This is almost turning Cody into a martyr. This is very much a la Daniel Bryan and the Yes Movement type deal. We want
Which
Cody.
Which is what they thought they were going to get. Like they planned that part out to make Cody into a martyr. What they didn't plan is the Rocky sucks chance that happened all throughout Monday. Seth
was like, whoa, didn't expect that. Feel like 96, said Cole. I was like, God damn. It's lit. So we got a lot of that heat, a lot of that energy coming through, permeating, and we still don't know what's gonna happen. So WrestleMania is having a press conference
in Vegas
2 months in advance in Vegas. Which will be, if you're listening to this, it's already happened. So no clue what they're going to announce. I feel like if I book it, I'm booking the pivot. The only question is how much of a pivot. Are they going to fully cower out and be like, Dwayne? Or, as I would probably expect them to do, triple threat. I feel pretty comfortable that it's going to be a triple threat because you can't completely back out like that. Even though The Rock never said anything, he said on the program, he said something outside when he was giving away diamond rings and shit. I dined with kings. I had diamond rings. And here goes my WrestleMania moment. Yeah, all that.
So like I would love to see the triple threat, and I'm very interested to see how they get there. I'm more interested in this press conference because it's open to the public. And as we have seen, the public has shit all over this Rock thing in a way that...
they're showing they ass.
In a way I haven't seen in wrestling in a long time, if ever.
Showing more ass than Lash. Legend.
That's a lot of ass.
Sorry.
So yes, and go ahead.
Oh, yeah, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, this is open to the public, so the moment The Rock opens his mouth, it's not...
Oh, because he's going to be there.
Yeah, he's there. He arrived earlier today.
Oh, yeah, Dad.
I can't wait. This shit is going to blood on the leaves. Give it to me.
Never have I ever been like this excited to watch a press conference in my life. Like, I need to know. I need to know what's going to happen.
I'm also, not to mention, there was a clip. Y'all sent a clip around of Cody not having the match that his dad invented, the bull rope cowbell. We need more cowbell. Yeah, he had that match against Shinsuke, unhinged Shinsuke, bloodied it up, got crazy, and then after that, the camera cut. But of course, shit always leaks. Perfect 4K. Cody telling the crowd that he's so excited, and it sounds so genuine. He gets emotional. Cody can cry on a dime, and that shit just hits you in the feel spot, because everything that didn't work in AEW hits 80,000 times and so well in WWE for whatever reason. Maybe because it's counterculture. I don't know, but it's just, it feels good to have a good guy. So when the crowd is saying we want Cody, and he acknowledges it, like, thank you so much, because all my life since I've been doing this, I wanted you. So it's a fantastic moment, and it's just like such a little small nod of the way that this stuff is happening. So I was like, man, he's doing the shits. So I feel like they can't go against this. I think the momentum is there. Or maybe you have The Rock kind of they play it into an angle, and The Rock trying to stiff arm it, and Cody just like not accepting it. I won Royal Rumble, and then it turns kind of against them all. I would like that. I want them to be more contentious with it. So who knows? Any thoughts? Sean, what are your thoughts?
They need, I don't know, because either way, now what you've done, if you back out completely, you look like a bitch. If you book a triple threat, it's tainted. And if you do Rock versus Roman, it's just the wrong move. So any way you look at it now,
That's true.
I don't think a triple threat is tainted.
It is.
I think it's a little tainted, but I think it's easier to swallow, because number one, we get Cody, but you get Roman, and the promotional aspect, it's a win. Mm-hmm. In the match aspect, it's also a win, because then you can hide Dwayne's 56-year-old ass. He's in great shape, but he ain't in wrestling shape. So I think you can hide him, and everybody can get their spots off, and it has some mystery to the match, because the mystery is lacking in the match, because we know that Cody's probably winning.
Oh yeah.
So you put Cody and The Rock in there, and now you don't know, can Roman win by pinning The Rock? The Rock probably not winning, but does he fuck over Cody? Like, it's a little more intrigue to it, is what I'm saying. So I think that's where it's not as tainted. Like, it's only tainted in the feeling, the pure feeling that we get a Roman versus Cody last WrestleMania rematch. That's the only way it's truly tainted. But circumstances being, I feel I'm not mad at that if they go that way. And I think it actually ends up better for all parties. But I hope they don't necessarily announce it. I like keeping this era of mystery going. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I do think they're playing with fire. Like, crowds are gonna start taking over shows if they don't announce it tomorrow. But I would appreciate
go to Chicago.
Like, just watching them kind of move the story and get there, if that's where they're gonna get.
Yeah.
That being said, I got a question for you guys. When Cody wins that title on the Raw after WrestleMania, is the first hour of that Raw just Cody crying?
Daddy. Yes. And
I'll be crying too, absolutely.
Big AR cry every time. Well, I finally have my cry moment. Whoa! Oh God, it's so gross.
The tears be coming right as soon as that first whoa hits. Yep. Just you did it, Cody. You finished the story.
I doubt I'll be able to contain myself. The only thing that will make me rejoice more is, again, and I have a long lineage of being a Cody fan because I was dashing Cody Rhodes fan. I've always thought the Crossroads was one of the coldest moves ever. I was like trying to figure it out in my mind, like, what am I watching? Like, it just was so weird at the time, like way over a decade ago, watching him do this. And then with the mask on, clear mask, don't look at me, all the character work that went into that. And then him doing one of my favorite moves ever, which was only tarnished by, lo and behold, Roman Reigns changing that Intercontinental belt to the white strap, which is one of my favorite titles ever. And when he did that, I was like, I want that belt. And I wanted that belt up until Roman won it, slung it over his shoulder. I was disgusted. So again, there's so much history and lineage in this for me. I will only be just as happy from when Cody wins to when he changes that Universal title
to a new version of the Winged Eagle.
You goddamn right.
I can see that.
Printing money. Take my money. Every fucking
see that.
Damn it. Need it. But guys, I think we've covered as much as we can cover this week. Fans, please forgive us because we could not hold it, or you could not hold this load. You had to get it. And I'm just telling you, the presser will be covered. Never mind. Guys, we are on our way out of here. I think y'all liked what I did last week, so guess what? Y'all know where to find fucking Sean. You know where to find Dub. You can find me at the shit I've been telling you for the last 124 episodes. So guess what? Go listen back to them motherfuckers and then find out where we is and then go follow us. And then you know what you want to do? You want to go look at your paycheck, and then with your paycheck, you go to letmebookpod.com/shop, and then you go buy some motherfucking merch, okay? And then what you do is you go say, what up, Mumbai Hive? You go say, what up, Italy? What up, Louisiana? What up, Dallas? What up, Houston? What up, Detroit? And you enjoy yourself this weekend and you watch Patrick Mahomes pull the most incredible shit out of his ass and win another championship, or you watch Christian McCaffrey won the football like Stone Cold did in the longest yard, because everything is wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Let Me Book the Territory. We are out of this month.